Yo, what's good?
Nothing much.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We here for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again?
We here for nothing.
A nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that? That's that country.
That's another one.
That's that country. Good
It's
Lord.
the Unsolicited Culture Podcast. Welcome back.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, it's your girl.
Really appreciate it.
INFY Enfy.
Yep, and it's your boy Reese.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spell it for you. I don't know how to spell.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. That's what they call me, so.
That's what they call you?
That's what they call me. I don't know where it came from.
Probably your name. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good,
We back for episode, what? 9?
Episode 9.
Okay.
Yes, episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about it just because, like I said, last episode is just a new year.
Yeah.
New things coming.
Twinkie, 2020.
Yeah.
Oh.
New things coming, new
coming.
experiences. Yeah. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot since this podcast started.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot
in
of
our
things.
personal lives, and like just think about where we started with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Higher vibrations for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Positive energy.
We've already had some big ass things. I mean, we're gonna talk about it later on today in the podcast, but like we've had some dope things that we've done this year.
Yeah.
Already.
And not with little effort. Not to even sound like I'm boasting at all. Like if you ask me how some of this shit happened, like if anyone asked me, yo, how did y'all, get in? I don't know. I can't tell you.
I don't
know. What I'm saying? For me, I can only thank the high power. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like we're being put in positions that are like odd.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Really?
It's very odd that we're put in the positions that we've been put in, and like the people that we've been able to like just kind of rub shoulders with almost in a sense, or at least like somebody see my face or see your face or vice versa. So it's like really, really dope to kind of like be there. We'll get into it, man.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
I'm trying not to question it. I'm trying to just, go with the shits.
Absolutely.
But it's still kind of blows my mind.
I feel a little giddy at times because I'm a regular ass dude. You know what I mean? Like if you know me, you know I'm a regular ass dude.
Right.
I'm not like into no real crazy stuff. I'm not like I'm not what's the word?
OD.
I'm not ODing anything.
Yeah.
I don't I'm not the life of the party. Mm-hmm. I'm just a guy that plays the background, you know what I mean? Take my time to kind of figure things out, and then I attack in a sense, but I don't even know how I do it.
Right.
It's just weird. So
I think it's just the energy, that you put towards things.
Yeah.
For the both of us. The energy that we bring towards certain things is like it's time for us to start manifesting. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? But 2020's here. It's been a hell of a ride. It's gone by so fast.
Like we're already in February.
So fast. I remember when we were talking about
Yeah.
I remember us sitting down at the spot, plotting out the whole podcast.
Remember when we were sitting at that restaurant and like Raphael Sadiq walks by?
Yes!
Like we were sitting there drinking wine, just chilling, talking about the whole process of the podcast, and then here goes Raphael Sadiq walking by. And I've met him a couple times before, so I turned around and I said something, and he waved back like,
yeah, like what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like crazy, and I'm like, oh wow, that was literally the first meeting for the podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was like super dope.
And now look at where we are now.
I know.
Like the dynamic.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
The other people that we've rubbed shoulders with, other celebrities, other industry people. Yeah,
I'm
it's
grateful.
Crazy. Very grateful.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
And shout out to everyone who, has been, I guess, an instrument in supporting the podcast or just bigging us up, putting us in, situations. Shout out to all of you. That does not go unnoticed. Shout out to Ashley.
Yes.
Who is here.
Huge help.
You know what I'm saying? Getting us together.
Huge help. And she's definitely going to help us get a lot of things together going forward this year. So we're really excited about that because we've been attempting to try to put together a team, and thank you for the people that have attempted in the past and people that we've, tried to collaborate with and things like that. Schedules are busy, especially because obviously we're not, you know, a bigger podcast where there's a budget or anything yet, you know, so there's certain things where, you know, we're asking people to do things out of, you know, their own time.
Right.
So we're very appreciative of everybody that's been able to help, you know, come up, and people that's just, you know, in the background supporting us, things like that. So really appreciate it.
Super grateful for you guys. But yeah.
Yeah. So we were having a conversation. We were out to eat, and a conversation came up about procrastinating, right? Or procrastination. Is it good or is it bad? Right. So on your end, like, how do you go about, like, you know, trying to, like, say you have a deadline for something. How does it work out for you? What is your best, like, workflow?
So I'm a huge procrastinator. That's just something that I can't lie about. I know. And for me, I feel like it's almost like, I don't know, somebody give me some inbox, DM me and give me some additional information about, like, where procrastination stems from. I'm not sure if it's like a disease that you have, if it's genetics or what it's, you know, rooted in. But for me, like, I procrastinate on shit, but I know that at the end of the day, when it's time to execute and get it done, I'm gonna do that. It's like, it comes as like a high when I'm down to the last minute in the project, you know, and I already know what I have to accomplish. I've waited to the very last minute to do it. And those last couple of, you know, hours or moments, I'm gonna work my ass off, like, I'm on it, getting it done. But then there's things like, you know, taking out the trash. You know, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do it when I get off of work. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm gonna do it when I get off of work. Yeah. And then get off, come home, fall into whatever, and it's, you know what? On my way out, I'm gonna catch it in the morning. On my way out, I get it done.
And then quickly it just turns into next week, where it's just still.
You keep saying that, right? Yeah. And then I look back at times like that, and I'm like, this is just purposeless. I'm wasting time. I could have been productive in this time. That's something I could have done, like that. So I feel bad about it. Like, why are you doing that? Yeah. But then on the other end, you know, that high coming from me knowing that I'm gonna get this done in the last couple of moments, my last couple of hours to work. That's when I really get my best shit done.
Rush
right? Exactly. It's
so like that. It's like probably like in a sense like a basketball player, you know, with 30 seconds to go. Like, you probably could have just went super hard throughout the whole game to make your team go up by 10, so you don't got to worry about the last few seconds of the game. But some people just turn that switch on, you know, at the end, you know, and go crazy.
You done.
Right? They eat the Super Mario Brother mushroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do.
That's the shit out.
They go crazy. So,
Help me, please.
And I think for me, man, like, you know, when I was talking about it, I was just like, I'm too analytical, man. Okay. Like, I will stress myself the fuck out. Like, I'll fuck around have an anxiety attack or something. I've never had one, but, you know, I feel like in a lot of, I think just in situations, I've put myself in position most of the time to kind of like really just think things over. I love to see the beginning to the end before I even do anything.
All right.
Right. So I run multiple scenarios through my head with a lot of stuff, even like this podcast, you know, like creating the podcast. I'm like, all right, which way do we go with this? How does this go? What does the year look like? Who do we bring on to the podcast? Like all this type of stuff. And I'm just like, I'll literally have this conversation with myself in 5 minutes. Yeah. And I just literally went through a whole year, and it's just weird because that's how I am. And so I'm just way too over analytical to just procrastinate on something.
Push it off. Okay.
Right? Because if anything, I probably won't perform at the end when I need it. Okay. Right? So I like to put things in play ahead of time, and be prepared for it before trying to go in. Because, and it's also, I guess it's also like situational based. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's situations where I have procrastinated. Like, say if there's like an end result to something. Like, if like, say it's an IKEA shelf, right? Like, this is like the task. Not to say that there's a time frame on it. But you have a sheet, right? You know, it tells you exactly what you need to do, what tools you need to use, and then what the finished product looks like, right? So, well, real quick, just want to let you guys know. As it's going, you're going to probably hear some things in the background. We're on the grind, and obviously other people are on the grind right now. We're shooting on location, so there's, you know, people are just working outside, so don't worry, you know, people got jobs to do.
They had a job to do, we got a job to do, so we moving right through it.
Exactly. So, you know, at the end of that book, you know, it shows you what the finished product looks like. Right? So I could be like, damn, like, I want to put this together, but I don't feel like it. You know, that type of thing. And then if I do have a time frame and they're like, oh, you got to get it finished, I probably will wait till the last minute because I know what it's supposed to look like. Right? There's an end result. There's something that it's supposed to do. Like, there's only one outcome. Right? If there's only one outcome for a situation, I wouldn't mind procrastinating. And I've done that in a lot of situations. But if it's like something of the unknown, like I don't know what this will turn out to be, like if I'm supposed to talk to this person or if I'm supposed to reach out to this person, there's almost like a fear of like me waiting to the last minute for something or waiting too long, just in a sense.
Because when you initially thought about it, you know what I'm saying, that may have been the right time for you to reach out to that person, as opposed to you building up, you know, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just waiting and feeling like, okay, a later time is a better time. Now it's not.
And very similar to like what we were talking about, how things have been coming to us in an odd fashion. Right? So say a person follows us, likes pictures, things like that, and we don't reach out to them in that moment, at that moment, when they're thinking about it as well, obviously. We may have missed our opportunity.
You know what I just thought of? Literally just thought of. I have a lot of pride. I have an enormous amount of pride. And maybe that's a contribution to why I procrastinate. On some things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just some things that, you know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things that I'm just not going to activate on that I probably should. And there's no good reason why I shouldn't. But because I feel like, hey, I'm asking another person to do something for me, that makes me feel away. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know,
eventually that person may have to ask something of you.
You're right.
Right?
And we don't do this shit all alone. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how you perceive a person. They did not get to the level of success that they've like achieved by themselves.
Yeah, we don't raise ourselves.
No.
You won't even be a person if you know you didn't have somebody else around to kind of teach you things, regardless of the situation. Right? There is somebody, there's an influence in your life at some point in time, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's adverse. Right? There's nobody that's really brought up by, you know, just nobody, right? Obviously there's people out here that don't have parents and a lot of situations like that. We're not talking about that, but still there was somebody in your life where you learned certain things from, like I said, whether it be good, bad, or adverse. Right? So there's a lot of situations where we just don't see. And I think, like, for you, saying pride, I think, one, that's a good thing because you're recognizing it, right? And just know I'm not too prideful, so if you feel like there's a way that you want to go about saying something, just send it to me and I'll send it.
That's what I normally do.
I think my thing is fear. Right? I think what causes, like, procrastination and anything is fear for me. I think I might have said it, but fear is the biggest thing for me because no, I don't like rejection, but I also could care less about rejection as well. I've been a salesman my whole life in a sense.
Same.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know
how many no's
I got in my life.
Right.
Know? So certain things like that, but
it
is what it is.
Yeah. And, you know, with all the rejection that we've had in our life, we're starting to see, you know, things manifest. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to be a part of situations and be in rooms where, you know, very accomplished and, you know, successful people are. So For sure. I'm also, you know, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I can handle the rejection. I can handle, you know, 99 no's. If that one yes, you know what I'm saying, you know, gets me to the next stage. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way. I definitely feel the same way regarding that, and I think everybody should. I don't think you should ever get too down on yourself about a situation or being told no, because obviously that's just maybe opening up the door, the opportunity for a yes. Right.
And maybe that no was just, I guess, a symbol that you didn't belong in that situation.
Yeah.
So think of it that way as well.
Yeah, it could be a blessing in disguise.
Right.
You know, a situation where you don't want to be in, or a room that wasn't for you.
Right.
You know, it may have challenged some of your moral codes. You know, it may have challenged, you know, other things.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So it's just like, you know,
Don't
somebody
beat yourself up about it.
Yeah. Divine intervention.
Right.
So, yeah, we, and you know, like we were talking about earlier, you know, we want to not share per se all of it, but, you know, like the rooms that we've been in, luckily over the past, 6-7 months, I would say.
To be honest.
You know, we've done things prior, you know, just being in LA, because obviously there's just so much in LA to do.
Right.
There's always something to do in LA.
Mixy as fucking LA.
And the best thing about LA, man, it's free.
True that. You know what I'm saying?
It's free.
It's mixy and it's free. It's regular. You know
You go there, you get free drinks, you get free in and out.
Right.
You just get
free. That Grammy party was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just did, we went to the Spotify Best New Artist for the 2020 Grammys.
To kick that off.
Like it was during Grammy weekend. And man, was this thing was crazy. Right. You know, for us, I think that might be one of the biggest highlights that we've had so far this year. You know, shout out to a friend of ours who got us in there. She always has something for us.
She does.
But, you know, thank you for that, you know, opportunity, introducing us to a few people.
Yep.
Things like that. It was really, really big, especially since we have our podcast on Spotify.
Yeah.
So that was really dope, just to kind of, you know, be in there, rub shoulders with people that, you know, probably don't know us, or definitely don't know us, but, you know, at least have our podcast, you know, on that actual platform.
Yeah.
So that was super dope. Like what do you got to say about it?
I mean, it was kind of like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? For me, everybody, you know, I'm sure, you know, it's Hollywood. So people are used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But for me, just like coming from where I come from, it's like, damn, like, man, you kind of get to rub elbows with, you know, so-and-so. And there was, put it this way, there was nobody that we couldn't have a conversation with if, you know, we wanted to.
Yeah.
Everyone was, you know, approachable.
Yep.
Everyone was within reach. It was regular. It was just, you know,
no
everybody.
Security.
Everybody's there.
Not one celebrity in there with security. There might have been some homies or whatever it may be, but no security. There was. Do you want to? We're not going to say any names, but do you want to tell about the scenario outside? Like waiting to get in.
Yo. Okay.
So
we showed up on CP time, you know, which I still do.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. So we showed up a little late, and at this point, crazy line outside.
Madness.
Crazy line outside. Everybody's trying to get in, right? So we plotting, scheming, checking out the spot. We're like, all right, let's go, you know, over here, stand in this line, and, you know, see what comes of it. See if we can get in a little quicker, right? So everybody standing where we were ends up getting turned around. You guys have to go over here. There's only one line. He was on his shit. Shout out to the security guard that night.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The security guards were on their shit. Like they
were on their shit.
It wasn't like no bullshit security. Like where it's like
they came there to do a job and they got that shit done. Yeah. Right. So security.
Because the fire marshal was there, they shut things down and said people weren't getting in at all.
Right.
And then they eventually started letting people in.
Right.
But,
so, you know, we still regular. So we hanging around like, all right, you know, we gonna move, we gonna leave. So we noticed that security guards turned around two very, you know, prominent R&B singers.
Yeah.
One of them is an R&B singer / actor.
Yeah.
In a huge television show. And
probably one of the biggest like little series that I've seen in a while. Really done very, very well.
Yeah.
As well.
And I look at Reese and I'm like, nigga, well, if they ain't letting them in, what you think we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And we're like standing side by side with them like, yo, like, damn, this is fucked up. We not getting in, y'all not getting in. Nigga, this a bitch. I was about to say, damn. And
if y'all not getting there, we definitely not getting there.
Once again, we regular.
You know what I'm saying? Super regular. But in that whole experience, again, shout out.
We was fly as shit, though.
We were fly as shit. And shout out to our good friend that held us down and, were able to invite us out that night. You know what I'm saying? Because in the whole experience, we ended up going right through. They stopped tripping. They let us in right through. I seen a bad bitch get kicked out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A few of them.
I seen a couple of them.
Like, just up there trying to finesse. And
She's definitely prettier than me.
I don't know, man.
Nah,
but
it was...
I seen, like, in that whole situation, we saw a couple of people, like, yo, you gotta go type shit. You know what I mean?
We literally went from one line to another line.
Mm-hmm.
That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. I didn't know that was going to happen. I was like, oh, we in.
Right.
And then I got in and I'm like, oh, shit, there's another line.
Checked in.
And that's where we saw who was who and who was not.
Right. That's where you're made. That's where you make it or you're broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can stand out in that first line and you know what I'm saying? But when you got into that second line, nah, you're not on this list.
Yeah.
Like, the nigga said that to her. He's like, sorry, you're not on this list, so bye. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
And it was crazy because we walked up and I was like, yo, man, I really hope we on this list. Because I don't know how I could deal with this rejection.
That was Hollywood shit at its peak for me. Like, no, I'm never.
I gave her my ID. She said, here you go, Mr. Jameson. Gave me a little wristband, put the little wristband on. Have fun. Oh, we in.
Yo.
And then we get in that joint. Oh my God.
Shout out to the Connect.
Free liquor, free food, free concert.
Right.
Seen some new music that I wasn't expecting. And,
Yeah.
I never knew it was popping or anything like that. And I enjoyed myself very, very much.
You know what? I'm about to, mention an artist that probably normally wouldn't come for me. But shout out to, what was her name? Maggie Rogers.
Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed her set.
She had the privilege shuffle, right?
She had the privilege, know how that privilege
she had the privilege shuffle. Okay.
Privilege shuffle.
Yeah.
But she was dope.
She was good. She killed the stage.
Yeah. Loved her energy, loved her stage presence. Shout out to her.
And somebody I do want to shout out, I don't know which one of Diddy's sons this was. I don't know which one it is.
That was the one that looked just like him.
Yeah, what's it? You know his name?
Ah, man.
King Combs. King Combs. Yo, I haven't seen nobody move like that ever as a celebrity. He was with the hood.
Yeah.
Like, it was dope. It was dope seeing it because I'm like, yo, everybody in here with these like Instagram celebs or whatever it may be, he was moving with the fam, it looked like, and I liked the way he was moving. It was dope. He had the Air Force Ones on. Yeah. Nice little polo.
That's a smooth young man.
Yeah, he was cool. And he looked just like Diddy. That shit was weird. That was so weird how much he looked like Diddy.
Just like.
But.
And y'all know, old girl, what's her name? My Love and Hip Hop shorty.
Oh, Johnny Blaze.
Yo, not even to like sexualize her off the bat. Shorty is an amazing talent. You know what I'm saying? She can sing. She plays the piano.
Know what she could do.
Yo, she's super talented. Uber talented. But god damn, Shawty got an ass on her.
That was something different.
That
was something different.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah.
You know how some things don't be looking the same when you see them in real life? That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Shout out to Grammys 2020.
Yeah.
And, definitely shout out to the person who got us in there and held us down for that night.
Yeah.
Super, super dope. It's like, that was one of the experiences. Oh, remember the Jadena listening party?
Joint was so dope, bro.
Oh,
high vibes.
God.
We were out in Lamert Park. You know what I'm saying?
Black.
Oh my god.
Super black.
The energy that night was crazy.
Shout out to Hot and Cool Cafe, man, for that. That was dope. Shout out to Lamert Park for that.
Right.
Like, that was just a dope ass experience, especially because, we were, from the Grammy party, that's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Super Hollywood, West Hollywood, Santa Monica Boulevard.
Right.
Like super Hollywood. If you ever been to Hollywood, or if
Right.
you've been in LA anytime or partied in LA, you know what that is. And then for us to go to Leimert Park.
Right. Homegrown,
high
energy,
just
Afro beats.
Ah,
man.
In there dancing, you know.
And
it was nothing free other than the show, but we did have to, you know, but the drinks were still good.
Yeah.
You know, we was in there drinking juices.
What was the name of the spot?
Hot and Cool Cafe.
Hot and Cool Cafe.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Hot and Cool Cafe. That's a
Super
dope spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super dope
And
experience.
I was definitely not surprised, but a little shocked by how good the project was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I travel a different road as far as music goes. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't on Jadena's music that much.
Yeah, the Classic Man is definitely a lot different than anything that was on this last album. What is 85 to South? 85?
From 85 to South?
Something like that.
85 to South?
Yeah, really good album, but yeah.
But every
different.
record was on point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My favorite joint on that album was the joint with Gold Link. I can't remember the name of that song, but that joint that he had with Gold Link on there was crazy.
I don't know, but I really like Tribe.
Oh, Tribe was crazy. Yeah. That thing went up in there too, didn't it?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jadena, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Jenna. Definitely. I think we were both on like damn, why are we, you know, why did we even come almost in a sense? And then when we got there, we're like, oh, this shit is
It's lit. Right.
So, you know, that was super dope.
We did the Domo.
The Domo Genesis joint, the weed release.
Yeah.
I don't smoke weed, guys. It's not a thing I do.
But it is from the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if we on the set.
Yeah. That was a dope event too, though.
It was.
They gave away a lot of goodies that night. I'll tell you that. Tacos was fire too.
The tacos was fire. The RV experience was fire.
Oh yeah, the RV, literally fire.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time.
Yeah, very good time. Cool little performance. Really good DJ that night because he played like stuff I like. Because I'm not a big like I said, I'm the guy that plays the cut. So what that typically means is that's not really my music that's playing. Like I like a lot of the new stuff that comes out, but I really like a lot of boom bap hip hop.
Yeah.
And Domo is that type of guy. So for me to get like certain music, I have to go to certain places. And typically it's not like the regular going out club. So I usually chill on going out to those places.
Right.
But for them, they was playing my music that night. Currency, Domo, Freddie Gibbs, you know, Styles P, you know,
Styles.
My type of stuff.
Right.
Right? So
it
was really dope.
I just remember like being there, but not really being there. Like
I feel you. It was a long night.
It was.
Yeah, very, very long night.
It was.
Very
good
long
time.
Night. H Club.
Yo, every time we went to H Club, it was lit.
Yes.
So we got to see the screening for J. Cole's video. What was it?
Middle Child.
Middle Child.
Yeah, King Mez.
Shout out to King Mez.
Was the director of that video.
Super talented guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to King Mez. So, you know, we got to kind of parlay with him for a little bit. And, you know, there was a couple of other people that were in that room. H Club is such a gorgeous place.
Yeah, such an amazing place. If you're ever in LA and you have the opportunity to check out H Club,
yeah, for
it's
sure.
very similar to like a Soho House, very a members only club, things like that. So if you ever get a chance to check out H Club while you're in LA, or Hollywood specifically, it's on Vine. If you ever get a chance to check it out, definitely check it out. It's a really, really dope spot. I think it's about 5 floors. They got a rooftop bar and deck and
rooftop was crazy.
Once again, it's members only, so you will have to know somebody to get in. But you know, do what you got to do to get in there because it's a dope ass spot.
It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
Dope
Probably
spot.
one of the I've been in LA for 3 years, going on 4, and probably one of the dopest spots that I've been in LA. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely my favorite spot. I've been dabbling with trying to become a member.
Yeah.
I know a couple people over there at the recruiting. So I've been talking to them. I'm just trying to figure out if it makes sense. Because there's not There's not one in Atlanta where I would want one, so we could go to both places. And I don't think their network is big enough for collaborations yet to where like there's one in Atlanta that we could go to based off of them. So hopefully in the future, H Club does get something in Atlanta, and then I probably would really juggle that idea because it's dope and it's worth it, man. We've been in there. We've seen Mahershala Ali. We've seen Boris Kojo. We've seen
on the chill
other
too.
people. Yeah,
it's like relaxing. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, like we're not saying all this to like boast and brag or anything like that. It's just once again, we're regular. Right? And these are the type of things that, once again, we come from certain areas that are super, super small. So I think in a sense, like the way I'm thinking about it is I'm, speaking to people that feel as though they can't see these types of things or be a part of these things. In a sense, like because we come from a certain area where, we're shrunken or we're boxed into these certain, constraints where we won't be able to, visually see these things. Get out, expand your horizons, see these things because it's super dope, man. Like I literally unfortunately, Infi wasn't available to come to this, but I went to the Sir album listening party, and man, if you know me, you know I'm a huge TDE fan, right? Shout out to my homie, who gave me the opportunity to get into that. And like I said, if you know me, you know I'm a huge TDE fan. Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, Sir, Isaiah Rashad, SZA, Ab-Soul.
Don't forget about him.
I did forget about him, and that's fucked up. That's the man right there.
That's my guy.
Just all those people, and then for me to get in there and see one of my favorite artists just of all time, like I was literally able to have a drink with him. Yeah. I was able to literally have a drink with Dom Kennedy and talk to him about, just whatever, right? And just being able to be there in that experience was just super, super dope, right? Yeah. And I'm there listening to the album before it even comes out. They're giving us a bunch of free stuff. We got like t-shirts, we got drinks, we got food, all this stuff. Just a dope event,
right?
And for that type of experience to happen, like I'm just saying, like that's all of this is tangible. All of this is possible,
right?
It's for
not
anybody,
impossible.
Kids, adults, whatever it may be. I'm 30. I just turned 30 last year.
Oh, that's nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm 30. Like things are happening.
I'm 21. I don't know about you.
I feel you. You look 21. You look 16 actually. But like I turned 30 last year, and it's starting to move the way it's moving, right? So it's not anything where it's like there's an age limit on certain things or there's confinements to certain things anymore. The internet really has like broken every boundary possible.
Definitely.
Right?
100%.
A lot of these situations that we've gotten ourselves into are literally a simple DM. A simple DM. I'm talking about a DM. I don't know. Like you're probably not going to get a girl through the DMs.
Stop that.
You're probably not going to stop it.
Yeah,
guys, stop sliding in
stop
DMs
going so
in 2020.
I would say stop going so hard on it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas say the most ridiculous things in DMs. I don't know this by personal experience. I just know this from like shared experiences. It's a whole different topic, but stop.
Yeah.
More to the story.
Yeah.
Stop the shit.
Yeah. Stop sliding in DMs. It's not working. It's not working anymore. Okay. If you're trying to get into something and you're trying to be around certain people, find out who's around them. Get into an event with them.
Right.
Try to put yourself in a position where you're close to them and actually physically can touch them.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a lot different nowadays, man. Just if you in the DMs, just imagine how many other people in the DMs.
I want to get back to human connections.
Absolutely.
I feel like while the world is moving forward and technology is advancing, I want to maintain a human connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know we talked about this at some point, organic, really like that. But I want to like maintain some type of organic connection and vibe, some type of natural, source. Like fuck the DMs, you know what I'm saying? I might entertain it for a little bit, but after a while, I really want to know who you are in real life. So stop the DMs.
Yeah.
Because it's not all that it is. in real life.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, and you know, like, once again, you know, just to kind of get back to everything, man, everything is possible. Anything is possible, man. Like,
I don't think I've ever believed in impossible. I've never believed in things being impossible. Well, I'm fucking lying. At some point in life, I'm pretty sure that, I probably thought that, oh, this is impossible. But, you know, as I've grown older, I do not believe that things are impossible, and I don't believe in perfection.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, you know, you subscribe to, whatever it is that you're passionate about and you want to do, it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make some type of progress happen, or you can make some shit happen, but it starts with you. So
and there's no time limits on anything.
No,
Jay-Z's first album came out, he was 26 years old compared to now as being 17, 18.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and like I said, for me, I'm 30 years old and I'm starting to do what I'm doing now. Right? I feel like, you know, I found a avenue for me to, you know, get out my creative expression in a lot of different manners. And, you know, obviously this podcast isn't just it.
This is just a, you know,
this is
foundation.
It's the foundation.
It's the foundation of what we want to do.
Man, I can't wait till things start moving the way that they are. Like all the things that's coming. So, yeah. And one thing I want to talk about too, because I'm really big on a specific group of people right now.
Who's that?
Music wise.
Okay.
There is a group, or let me not say a group. There's a conglomerate of men hailing from Buffalo, New York.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
If you know anything about music right now,
716.
and if you're tapped into the music right now, there is a group of guys right now coming out. They're Griselda Records or Black Soprano Family. There's a bunch of guys coming out, man. There's Westside Gun, the Fly Guy. There's Conway the Machine.
Boom.
There's Benny the Butcher. Like,
let me pause you right there. All right. So I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. If you guys haven't heard it already, if you don't know my story, originally from Buffalo, New York, but I'm grown up in Florida. I moved to Florida at a very young age, Polk County. You know what I'm saying? And I consider myself from the South. I haven't listened to these guys' music. Like, I've heard it before, but I'm not deep into that, you know, realm of music. But I'm extremely proud that they repping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put me on to some of the music and the videos, and it's like so Buffalo. Yeah. It's so 716. You know what I'm saying? So all of my family's there. Shout out. I have to, you know, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person who doesn't rep the set. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Buffalo. Shout out to 716. Rochester, upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Erie County. I'm just trying to do my part. But I'm extremely proud of what they're doing and what they've accomplished.
These guys are everything to me right now. Yeah. Like, they're everything to me right now. Like, music wise, I'm super excited. My girl got us tickets to go see them coming up in March out
New
here.
York.
I'm so excited. Like, you don't understand. And I know they're going to get on stage. I know it's not going to be a show. Yeah. I just want to hear the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not going to be dancers. I know it's not going to be a show. Like, or let me not say I don't know it's not going to be a show. I don't expect it to be like an extravagant show or anything like that. There might be a few guests that come out because it is the last stop. It is LA. You know, that type of thing. But I know how rap concerts go. I'm being honest with myself.
I'm just about to say, this is one of them shows where you come to hear some rap niggas.
Yeah.
If you see somebody dancing on stage, you're going to feel away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck is this? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You came to hear some rap shit, some niggas rap. Exactly. It might go left, but whatever. That's what you came to hear for this show.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is, man, I'm just expecting so much from them in 2020. There's just so much, man, these guys got going on. They're signed to Rock Nation for management. They're signed to Shady Records. that's where their project come out on, and like they just have, in a sense, like two of the dopest like people in a sense, from hip hop really backing them. So obviously that means something.
Yeah. So do you think that's what 2020 is gonna sound like?
I know what my 2020 is gonna sound like.
Okay.
If I'm not gonna talk on a general level, but I'll definitely tell you that's what my 2020 sounds like.
Okay.
Well, what are you listening to? What do you think is going to be like from your own personal taste? What do you think your 2020 is going to sound like before I get into like general public?
You know what? I hear a lot against the like melodic rap, but that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love what Gunna's doing.
Yeah, man. He got this track with Coffee. Crazy.
I love what Gunna's doing. The name of the young man that's on the Can't Say record with Travis Scott, his name is not coming to mind. But Can't Say, the dude that's on the Can't Say record with Travis Scott,
okay,
he's fired. I love what Doja Cat,
Doja,
yeah,
okay.
I think she's dope.
Move.
Not that one.
Not that one. Not that Doja.
Not that Doja. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was big.
Thug, Future.
Hold on, I do have to cut you off again.
Here we go.
Enfi had me feeling the type of way.
Fucking
She played.
love Thugger.
What's the name of that album? The one with the green grass. What's the name of that album? With his face like etched in the grass.
So much fun.
So much fun. She played this album for me when it came out. We literally were listening to it. Actually, the first time we listened to it was when we were shooting the episode.
Yep.
And she played me this song called Mate. Sup, Mate.
What's up, mate?
And I'm
Got
like,
cake, mate.
what is this bullshit? And that's what I said. I said, what is this bullshit?
It's a vibe. It's a certain vibration that, he's at. And that may sound, stupid as fuck to most, but it's a vibe.
Well, not even that. I want to thank you for playing that album for me, because I would have never listened again. And for some reason, this album talked to me. And I can't even understand a word he's saying half the time.
See, I just put it out there. You know
and
what I'm
I was
saying?
like, why is this shit so good? After a while, it took me, and I feel like there's moments, right? Obviously, there's a time and moment for music.
Right.
I don't think music actually hits you all the time. Like, I could listen to certain albums, like, oh, it was good.
Right.
And then sometimes I listen like,
you gotta go back.
Great.
Yeah.
Right? And for some reason, it's so much fun album, man. This is the first time I ever listened to Thug, and I was like, okay, I understand what people probably have been hearing.
Yeah.
It just took me a little time for my ears to mature to it.
I'm not looking for Thug to be a lyricist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never looking for Thug to be a lyricist, but I'm looking for him to put together something that's like sonically pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that creates a certain vibe, regardless of what he's saying. Like some of the shit he says, like most of it, others can't understand, and the other half is just like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
He said, up north, down south, I can make a brick walk. I said, whoa, who are you talking to? Don't talk to him like that. Yo, that was some of the hardest. I don't know why that line sticks out to me so much, but I love it.
And some of it is, it's game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you put it all together and you make it a vibe, I rock with it. When I want to hear lyricists, I know who to go to. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going back in the archives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Typically.
I'm going a little back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I expect from them. And nothing less. But all the other shit, it's like, it's good energy. You know
so rap melody is the 2020 for you? For
me, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to see like some real R&B comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't say this, Griselda definitely is my 2020, but I think R&B is back. I think R&B's been back since probably about 2018.
Yeah.
It was very underground, but R&B has been back.
Yeah. I like what the women of R&B are doing right now.
You don't like the men either?
I do like the men.
Lucky Day?
I really fuck with Lucky Day. heavy. He's dope.
Aaron, well, you haven't really. I've given you some Aaron Ray, but
you
Aaron
give me
Ray,
some Aaron Ray, and I like what he's doing. I like what Pink Sweats is doing. I don't know where that guy came from.
I don't know where he came from.
I like what Pink Sweats
Fire.
is doing.
He giving it up for the big guys too. He giving it up for the big guys so we can still get some. Hey. Oh, and the other dude I played you yesterday, Xavier Omar.
Oh.
My girl put me on him a little harder. I heard some songs, but she put me on a little more. Xavier Omar.
Damn.
Levin Cali.
Okay.
Who else?
My guy. Wait. My fucking guy, Party, is back. Yo, Party's been absent all 2019, in my opinion.
That video we watched the other day was
motherfucking
dope.
Party.
What was the name of that video? The joint that he did with Drake? That video was hilarious.
Loyal.
If you haven't seen that video, go check out that video.
Ha.
That video is hilarious.
So I want for Party to have a huge comeback in 2020. Who else?
Oh, we're going to comebacks now. Like who we want to see in 2020.
I want to see him. I want to see everybody else that we discussed kind of flourish. You know what I'm saying? And I support what they're doing, but I
shout out to the
Party
once again.
Yeah,
but Party.
I want Party to come through and smash it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like I just want him to come. Let his nuts hang on a couple of niggas because he's been gone for a minute, and I've been waiting for his return. So I want Party.
Who I want to see come back, and it's not to say that they left or went anywhere because they've been nominated for a lot of different things this year. Ari Lennox.
Okay.
She was nominated for a lot of different things from Soul Trains. I believe she has a Grammy nomination as well. And she didn't win something at the Soul Train Awards, and she had like a really big blow up on Twitter. I would love to see her come. Like she basically came out and said that she was done with music.
Yeah.
I would love to see her come back again this year. I know it takes a lot. I know it's probably hard to get in the studio and give your all the way that you did for that album. That Shea Butter Baby album is probably the number one. Let me give it 2 or 3 for me for R&B last year, because Sir was number 1 for me last year for R&B. And then I probably either like 2A and 2B is Snow Allegra's album, Those Feels Again, and then Shea Butter Baby by Ari Lennox.
Okay.
But I would love to see Ari come back this year and just kill us again with another fucking great album.
Okay.
Cause man, there's an album. She got Static on that joint, that's fire. She got Whipped Cream on that joint, that's fire. She got the New Apartment joint, that's fire. She got Shea Butter Baby on there, that's fire. That whole album, it might be it. Honestly, it's solidified at number 2 for me. Actually, number 1 is I have to go with Sir because he's speaking to me in that album.
Okay.
Right. But I would love to see Ari Lennox make not a bigger comeback, just do the same. She ain't got to do nothing crazy. She just got to drop again because it's just too easy.
Yeah.
It seems too easy for her.
You know, I haven't really subscribed to a whole lot of her music.
Mm-hmm.
And I know her more so at this point for being in blogs than anything else.
Yeah.
But I'm not against, opening the ear.
Yeah.
Taking a listen to some of her.
I would recommend it, man. That album is phenomenal.
For me, somebody who's, kind of underground, but definitely on the rise, ASEAN.
I haven't heard anything.
You haven't heard her stuff, bro, but that for me, I want her to have a great 2020. She's definitely a dope R&B artist. Of course, Summer Walker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just really started in the last quarter, I'd say, of 2019, started to really give her shit a listen. And
that joint that she had with Chris Brown was crazy. She started off that record so hard, too. She said, my last nigga was a bitch nigga.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are...
Ooh.
I'm kind of...
She's almost like... It's weird, too, with her because she kind of has, like, GOAT status already, and she ain't even, She got two albums?
I heard some people
official?
Didn't like the mystery. And, she ain't showing her face. And I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love that she made it about her music.
Yeah.
And fuck what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like this vibe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I love
She already has GOAT status to me. It's something like I don't even like to put her in the conversation.
It's
like
there, but it's
people.
not just there yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people need to be able to identify with her, and they're not a whole lot right now. But like the same way that motherfuckers identify with like Beyonce, they need to identify with her like that before she's like GOAT legendary.
I think her lyrics are just too. I think her lyrics are just too cut through in a sense, right?
Yeah.
I think her lyrics are very vivid, are very clear, so it's not as repetitive and easy for people to understand. True. And I think that's what kind of separates her in a sense from traditional R&B artists, and why she won't be followed as much by, as a Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like it would almost be a sellout if she ever was loved like Beyonce. Let me not say that. That sounds crazy.
I won't say it's sellout.
I won't say
it's just a matter of, getting her up to that, that status.
Yeah.
As she is. Because I don't want to see her do any Beyonce shit.
Period. You know who I think she's on the level as?
Who?
Same level as how we would look at like and this might sound crazy, and some people really don't fuck with her because of her, past few years. Well, not few years. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill got one album, my G. Well, I mean, if you want to count the Unplugged or the 2 Fuji's records, Lauryn Hill got one solo album for real.
So
right?
You can see her being up there.
I could see her being in that category more so than a Beyonce.
Okay.
But I think sonically she's more Beyonce. Lyrically, she's more Lauryn.
Okay.
Type of thing.
I can see that.
And I think that's where like she comes from that mold though. You know what I mean? She has that musicality, she has that knowledge of music, to the point where she can literally play both sides. Yeah. Right? And that's why it's like for me when I think about her and like when I think about her music, it's just like, where is this coming from? Like how does this young ass girl like drop these records like this? Like why is her music so dope? Yeah. So I don't expect to see anything from her in 2020 though.
No?
No. I don't expect to see anything from her in 2020.
I don't know. I feel like 2019 was like a bubble for her.
That Slide record was good.
Still.
Yeah.
Right? Then the joint that she has with the
YB and Cordae.
Cordae, yeah. The Rack joint was ill too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That was a dope performance.
So I feel like that was just a starter, and maybe 2020 she, gonna pop, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I also want us to decide whether we're gonna call this guy 6 Lack or Black or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure.
When did his last come out? Did his album come out? No, his album came out last year. We ain't gonna see nothing from him this year. I don't think so.
You know what? I think we are gonna see something for him.
He has been quiet.
Ant Clemens.
Oh, Ant Clemens. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he has a record out right now called Beat.
Okay.
I hope 2020 is hot for him.
There's another dude too that's on the low. There's a dude named Marco McKennis.
Okay.
He has a track called Energy that I really was feeling last year. I would definitely recommend checking him out for 2020. Some of his old projects. I feel like he'll drop something this year. Once again, Xavier Omar. He's crazy.
Yeah, he was dope.
Who else? Who else you expect to come out this year? I think 2020, because it's starting off the decade, there's going to be a lot of big records. A lot of big artists are going to come out this year. That's how I feel. That's like a trend that I feel like I'm going to see. I feel like we're going to see Rihanna.
You know what? Honestly, I love that bitch. I do. Mm-hmm. I love her, but I'm about to unsubscribe to her.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
I fucking love
That's
Rihanna.
Riri.
I love that bitch. But I'm about to unsubscribe because at this point, like, I don't have time to chase you around, the back and forth. Mm-hmm. I don't have time for that. Either you're going to be black and white with me, and you're going to drop the fucking album, or just keep doing Fenty. I understand if you don't have anything to prove to me at this point. I just want transparency.
Gotcha. You
can keep doing Fenty and doing your thing, but don't keep us, guessing. Yeah. Don't keep us going, in our heads about the shit. Mm-hmm. Is she gonna drop the album? What it's gonna sound like? Oh, this bitch making Shaggy audition, which I feel like,
how the fuck fuck you make Shaggy audition? That was crazy to me.
Here's my understanding of it, right? Send me what you're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Let me listen to it and see if it, aligns with the sound that I'm at right now. Yeah. And then we'll go from there.
Maybe she made him audition because he did that shit with Sting. Remember he did that album with Sting and they performed like every record at the Grammys last year? I was like, what the fuck? Like, he was on stage for 87 minutes.
Nah,
That's the whole show.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, good. Because let me stop. Shout out to Sting and Shaggy.
I guess, if that's your thing.
It wasn't me.
But, exactly. I want her to, just talk to her fans and be like, you know what, guys?
Tell us what's going on.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
If we're not going to expect the album in 2020, don't make us wonder and wait. But I would love to have Rihanna drop 2020. Yeah. I would love Rihanna and Drake 2020. You know what I
Drake's
really want?
Drake's definitely 2020.
Drake's always, you know what I'm saying? That fucking nigga has the recipe. But you know what I really want, which I think they're like leading up to? What a Time to Be Alive Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this new record that they dropped, what's that called?
Life something.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's cool.
Working on the weekend. Y'all know the shit.
It's cool.
It was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was okay, but I would definitely love What a Time to Be Alive Part 2 in 2020. And I needed to go the fuck up.
You know who else is 2020? Kendrick.
Really?
Kendrick's 2020.
Kendrick's been quiet.
But this is what he does. Kendrick's 2020.
What about Wale?
Wale's not 2020.
No?
Wale's still torn. So Wale's not 2020. He'll drop some singles for sure. Because Wale he raps.
He does.
That motherfucker just got bars. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand how many bars he just has.
He does.
He's just a rapper. Like, it's just...
He does.
He has
That's never been my problem with Wale, though.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, he raps.
So he's just going to continue to rap.
Yeah.
Big Sean's coming out this year.
I'm not hype about that.
He has a really good record with A$AP Ferg. I think it's called Berserk.
Really?
That shit is hard. Something like that. Jhené Aiko's coming out this year.
I'm definitely waiting on that.
And I think we're going to get a Beyonce record.
We can go ahead and end the show now.
You know what? Actually, we might get a Carter's 2.
Frankly, I'm fucking over it. And it's no shade. You know what I'm saying?
Over it, I can listen to Hov until
fucking
he's 80.
shade. Frankly, I'm over it.
I can listen to Hov till he's 80.
I could be done with Beyonce
right
now. And it's no shade. Like, I don't want anyone to attack me for saying that. It's no, like, love lost. Understand, the Beehive and all that. It's no shade. It's just like...
She does pop records, though, my G. I wasn't feeling that joint that she did with the Frankie Beverly and Maze record, though.
You make me
I wasn't feeling that, bro.
They love that shit.
That was
love that
unnecessary.
shit. When the club's closing and they turn the lights on, that's the record that's playing.
Yeah, but why can't you just play Frankie Beverly and Maze? Like, how do you steal that? Like, she didn't change the record. Like, don't steal that. Like, you know what song was really bad that I heard last year?
Shit.
The dirty Ayana song, the fucking Young Boy NBA joint.
I'm not gonna come to that.
He did a Dirty Diana remix.
She was dancing to it, so obviously it was a success.
Who was?
She loved it. The record was about Floyd Mayweather's daughter.
Oh my god.
So, there was clips of her dancing to it on social media. And, hey, if you like it, I love it. I don't subscribe to it.
Well.
The Weeknd. Give us another project, please.
Oh, that's coming soon. That's what we already know that he got 2 singles to drop.
All right.
Drop, so that
Heartless.
Heartless is crazy.
Oh, that shit is wild. That shit is crazy.
Never need a bitch. I'm what a bitch need. What? What?
He said he what a bitch need.
What? I heard that. I said this is ill.
Ah, man.
So yeah, I think that'll be this year for sure.
Unsolicited Culture.
Unsolicited Culture dropping every other week.
2020.
LA, Atlanta. Moving.
Hello.
Flying across the nation. We taking off. So, all right, this has been another episode of the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Definitely.
We're going to end it here. Please like, please subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms. Share it with everybody, man. Like, we got dope shit coming. If you have any topics, share us with any topics that you want us to talk about, things like that. We'll put them together. All right. Once again, this is Unsolicited Culture Podcast. This is Reese.
This is Envy.
All right. Peace.
Peace.